Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, and getting listeners back again with another podcast. This is your only Brewers Daily podcast. We're on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Radio Public, you name it, we are there. Anywhere you want to watch podcasts, listen to podcasts, we are there. We upload daily, YouTube, Rumble, you name it. If you are on YouTube, you can support down below by clicking the join button. If you're on Spotify, you can also click that join button. Otherwise, you can go over to patreon.com/Miller Park Minute, and you can support us over there. You can also go to millerparkminute.com and check out what we got going on there. Also, we have a code for SeatGeek, $20 off your first purchase. Use the code Miller Park Minute and save $20. So let's get into it today, guys. Another Brewer Day game, another loss. Let's talk about it though. So the good, the bad, and the downright ugly of the Brewers versus the D-backs in the final. So if we go to the good to start, not too much good to talk about. Tyron is really the shining star of this one. 2 hits, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts over 5 innings. Not a lot of offense. There's just 3 hits. Reason primarily being Zach Gallen. Zach Gallen had our number last time, and he had our number again today. Zach Gallen ended up going 7 innings, only allowing 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. The walks were the problem for Julio Teheran today. So the bad, obviously, just straight up the hit, lack of offense. Lack of offense was our bad, and our downright ugly is again that lack of offense, lack of hitting, lack of clutch hitting. Even when your best batter in the lineup only goes 1 for 4, your second best batter in the lineup is 0 for 4. Your shortstop 0 for 4. I mean, really nobody hit today. Weimer had one that looked like it got close, and that was about it, guys. That's all she wrote. Little stat we haven't looked at in a while, and I'm curious to see. 2 hours and 45 minutes. Reported attendance today at AmFam was 31,397. So, a little quick jaunt on the game. We are still in second place, behind none other than the Cincinnati Reds. I know that's a weird one to talk about, but yeah, we're now 1.5 back of the Reds. Reds just keep winning, guys. It's weird. But this is really our ground, where we have to make up our ground and where we have to start making things happen. We did get some good news with Brandon Woodruff. He is going to be starting to rehab here, getting towards his post Allstar break, which is, believe it or not, only 2 weeks away. Comeback. So he's starting to get some work in. John Singleton cleared waivers and elected free agency. So rather than returning to Nashville, he is a free agent. I can't say I blame him. Cameron Robinson ended up down in Double-A Biloxi. I think that's all we got. Expectation for Matt Bush is still June. Tyrod Taylor is to be determined. Cousins is to be determined at this point. Sousa is to be determined. And, of course, Brandon Woodruff, as we just mentioned, All-Star break. So that's your news and injuries updates on the crew. I mentioned yesterday, one of the big things that I wanted to talk about was Christian Yelich and why he could possibly be an All-Star. And this is going to be one of those controversial topics. I can tell already. People are going to hate this because people like to hate Christian Yelich because he's not Ryan Braun, basically. The former MVP is having his strongest all-around season since 2019 when he blessed 44 home runs, nearly took home a back-to-back MVP awards. While the numbers haven't quite been that gaudy, Bruce Slugger still deserves his flowers for a strong first start. So he's red hot at the plate since May 12th. 32 hits, 299 average, 919 OPS, 5 homers, 14 RBIs, and 9 stolen bases. Since May 1st. Well, that's controversial. Since May 1st, he's posted a 305, 400, 510 slash line, a combination of batting average on base percentage, something that only Freddie Freeman has matched within that same time frame. That's just 400 on base percentage since it's the 9th highest mark in the majors since May 1st. He's on pace for over 20 homers and 30 stolen bases. He's been really carrying the crew. You kind of know that. 69 hits, 49 runs, 272 batting average, 9 homers, 31 RBIs, OPS of 801, 16 stolen bases, and an F4 of 2.1. So he's number one in all those offensive categories. And of course, his defense has not been of question either. So to talk more about this, obviously, there's a lot of people in these All-Star ballots, a lot of players. Just to kind of go around and talk about some of the other comparables and other guys on this ballot. You can't go without mentioning a Fernando Tatis, Seiya Suzuki is even similar numbers. Just looking at everything on the All-Star ballot. Lane Thomas of the Washington Nationals. He's one that you hear a lot about these days. And of course, you've got Brian Reynolds, we just saw. Victor Robles of the Nationals is another one, believe it or not. Ozuna is 241. So I would say the top guy in this All-Star ballot is going to be Ronald Acuna Jr. So he's 327 average, 15 homers, 46 RBIs, and 961 OPS. So similar numbers in some aspects to Christian Yelich, just minus that batting average number. Mookie Betts, another perennial All-Star, another guy that you would think, yeah, that's Mookie's the guy. 260 average, 17 homers, 43 RBIs, and 861 OPS. Similar to Chris Bryant, which is just funny because all those years that are, those years that those two were the, number 1 and 2. Corbin Carroll, a guy we just got rid of seeing, 298 average, 16 homers, 40 RBIs, and 962 OPS. So, yes, by batting average, some of these players are a little bit better than Christian Yelich. And there's definitely some guys that are going to get elected in over Christian Yelich. But Christian Yelich still could be a backup to the All-Star game. He could get one of those final vote spots. So it's interesting to say that he does actually have a case and could be in there. Obviously, I keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. Devin Williams is the guy there. I actually did do an All-Star ballot. That's over at brewerfanatic.com. So if you guys want to go check out my version of the All-Star ballot, what I thought, I already did one. I might do a second version for this channel. Maybe later this week. We'll think about it. So, guys, that's all I got tonight. I think, Christian could be an all-star. Not a first, not a starter, but he could be a backup player maybe. That's a potential. Just looking at where he's been and where he is, he got a cold start, but then he got really hot after May. Actually, after May 12th to be specific. So, guys, that's all I got for you tonight in the Miller Park Minute. Go vote. Make sure you get your favorite players into the All-Star game. And let's go get them tomorrow. Go Crew. Thanks, and see you next time, guys.